Hey, good morning. So do you want to know how to stop losing weight? Do you want to know exactly how to stop losing weight as soon as possible? You're going to need to listen to this message. You're saying to yourself, oh, no, Mark, that's not why I'm following you. That's not why I'm watching you. I want to know how to lose 20 pounds. Well, I'm going to talk to you today about how to stop yourselves from losing weight. Exactly. That's what you want, right? No. Wait, Mark. I want to lose 20 pounds. No. My answer for you is I want you to stop losing the 20 pounds. I want you to stop losing weight as soon as possible. As soon as possible. You heard me correctly. Listen, if you've ever struggled with your weight in the past, maybe you're struggling with it now, this message is for you. Hopefully you can hear me. It's not too windy. The beach down here, it's definitely a little north wind coming. Well, listen, my name is Mark Avens. I am your bulletproof Christian fitness mentor. It is a chilly little Thursday morning, and welcome to episode 301 of the Daily Dose. Today we are going to talk about how to stop losing weight. Yes, that's right. You heard me right. I want you to stop losing weight as soon as possible. Just stop already. Stop losing the weight. That's exactly. Now, there's really only two ways to do that, right? Let's just get real for a moment. There's two ways to stop yourselves from losing weight. One is you just quit. You give up. Just stop. Just completely stop. Just stop doing it altogether. Don't do it anymore. Just quit whatever you're doing. Just stop, right? Give up. Give in. You know, it's January. Resolutions are already done. The 19th of January is when most people, 80% of people, quit on their New Year's resolution. So if you're par for the course, congratulations, you stop. That's one way. But of course, that's not what you want. You don't want that way. You want to actually be successful in your weight loss journey. So again, if it's 20 pounds, let's just talk that 20 pounds, right? Talk about that 20 pounds. Why do I want you to stop losing weight as soon as possible? Well, of course I don't want you to quit. I want you to succeed. And that's how to stop losing weight as soon as possible, is be successful with it. Now, how are you successful with it now? Where there's a couple of ways to be successful, right? Let's just run through those. You can lose 20 pounds a lot of different ways. You can sweat your butt off in the gym for hours and hours and hours and burn calories and calories and calories and calories. And you can, time that you probably don't have to spend in a gym that may be not as clean as you thought it was, despite the efforts they're doing and the mask you're wearing. So that's, of course, one way. There's, of course, the crash course way, right? The crash diets. Crash. Why do they call them crash diets or quick fixes, right? Because you can be successful, right? Any of those things that are out there. You can take the pills, the HCG pills. You can drop on the latest cleanses and drop all that weight, 20 pounds, and there you go. Then you can be done and stop. But here's the problem with that. Do you really stop? Are you really setting yourself up for success to have to stop losing weight as soon as possible? Now, like, no, Mark, but I've had that success in the past. But you know what? That's not success. You losing weight on some diet, some quick fix, some, gimmicky type program where you're starving yourself, taking 500 calories a day, or maybe not allowed to eat carbs. Who does that anymore? Please. Like, do you know that carbs are not your enemy? Carbs are not the enemy, right? I'm sorry. Gluten, unless you have like celiac, gluten is not the enemy, right? The problem is we're sold into believing all these things are going to help you with your weight loss in a sense of long-term success, and we know that that's not the case, right? Or we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But the truth is, I do really want you to stop losing weight as soon as possible. And this is what it means. I want you to stop having to lose those 20 pounds that you seem to put on and take off, and put on and take off, and put on and take off. And guess what? Then you get a little older, and guess what? It's not 20 pounds anymore. It's 30 pounds. And then you take it off, and maybe because now it's 30 or 40 or 50 plus pounds, you're stuck. You're stuck because what worked for you 10 years ago to lose 20, 30, 40 pounds, well, maybe it was only 20 pounds. Now it's harder. You have less patience, right? Your body has made changes. Maybe you have some injuries. Maybe your hormones are all jacked up, right? Maybe you're at a point where your body has been so devastated from all the ups and downs, the crash courses in your diet, and your body is telling you, no, please, your body is pleading with you to stop losing weight. In other words, stop struggling to lose weight. My goal is for you to lose the weight and keep it off for good. Now, how do you do that? Mark, I want to know the secret. Tell me, please, how do you do it? Well, the reality is it's quite simple. It really is quite simple. But most people don't take the time, because what happens is we get stuck in the instant gratification that comes from those quick fixes. Woohoo, let's post it. Now is the time of year where you see everybody post their success. I lost 20 pounds, I lost 30 pounds. I see it all the time. 20 years of doing this. I see it all the time. Yup, this program worked and I did 20 pounds. You know, this keto diet worked for me, and I did, the Weight Watchers, and I did the paleo, and I did the keto, and I did the this and the that and the eight. Nobody posts actually it's funny because only people post the things that you hear about, but all the stuff that a lot of people do take, the diet pills, right? They do the crazy stuff that nobody wants to admit they've done, but they've all tried them. Don't worry, I'm not going to call you out on that. But here's the deal. You're still struggling with it. You're still trying to lose the weight. And you know what? It gets really hard. When you're in your 40s and 50s, and that's the people that I work with. On a side note, that's what I've made my life's work. What is it? Not to give you some sort of a crash diet. Not to say, hey, yeah, work with me and I'll help you lose 20 pounds as soon as possible. I want you to stop losing weight. And how do you do that? You actually do it the right way. You do it so your body understands that there's a process, and it involves your exercise as well as your caloric intake, the foods that you take in your body, the foods that nourish your body so that they work in conjunction with your workouts that allow you to get you stronger and healthier and more fit. It's kind of funny when I hear people, everybody talks to me about like their goals. I ask, hey, well, where do you want to be? Well, Mark, I'm a little older now. I just want to be healthy. I just want to be healthy. Now, we all know that that's kind of a hidden, I want to look good naked, right? Like at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want to look good naked. If you're married, you want to be hot and sexy for your spouse, right? Can I get an amen? Now, you may be like, no, it's been years and years. Well, that's sad. If you're like in your 40s and 50s and you feel like it's all washed up and you're all done and there's no more intimacy, that's pretty sad. I can tell you, because it doesn't have to be that way. But it's an easy out. It's an easy excuse. Now I'm older. I'll just accept that my body is real soft all the way around. Even though you don't like the way you look in the mirror. You don't even want to look at yourself in the mirror. You hate the way your clothes fit. Half of your clothes in your closet don't fit. And you're disgusted with the way you let yourself go. And you say on the outside, superficially, I want to be healthier. I want to be healthier. Do you really? Because if you do, then you won't fall subjective to some of those crazy crash diets that are terrible for your health, right? That are terrible for your health. And now the thing that I combat against with people is when they're 70, 80, 90, 100 pounds is, I'll just go get the bariatric surgery. I'll just go get the lap band. I'll just go take care of it surgically and I'll let my insurance cover it. Well, guess what? That doesn't mean you're going to be healthy after. It just means that you're going to lose some weight. But the sad reality is you have a lot of issues you have to face after that surgery, during that surgery, even before that surgery. And if you don't address them, you're going to end up just right back where you were. You lose the 100 pounds. I've seen people lose it and put it right back on because they failed to change their lifestyle at all. And again, you're just going to give in and make it the easiest way possible, right? Hey, don't get me wrong. At 48, I want to know the easiest way possible to lose weight, to stay in shape, to stay struggling. The good news is I haven't had to lose 20 pounds. I was able to stop. I want you to stop losing weight as soon as possible. The way to do that is to get the solution that you need to build the habits and the structure and the plan for you, for your goals. Now, why? Why? Is it all about the weight? No, let me just talk about it. I'm going to share a post and you'll have to check it out later. And it's a throwback post about 10 years ago and what I was able to do with my family. Now, I'm in a different season now. My kids are a little bit older and you might be as well. So where do you want? Let's just future cast it now. Where do you want yourself to be 5-10 years from now in your health? Here's what I want you to do. Here's my take home. The only way to achieve it too is to stop struggling with your weight. If you can get that behind you, can you imagine if you get that behind you right now? If you get the weight behind you, you're done. You stop losing weight. In other words, you've lost the weight and it's behind you. Can you imagine if you were able to take your weight loss battles off the table? Seriously, think about that. Can you imagine what life would be like if you didn't have to think about your weight? In other words, you had a life, you lived it, you felt good, you're energized, you don't have to feel self-conscious, you have the strength you need, your joints maybe feel better as you, even though they're older and right, all our joints go to the wayside. But can you imagine if you did not have to worry about your weight anymore? Now, I know that sounds like a pipe dream, but it's the truth, and you can have that. I've seen it happen to people. And how does it happen to people? By finding the solution. Now, I'm not the right fit for everyone. In fact, I know in these times, people are looking for the quickest, the fastest, the easiest way possible. Now, I would like to tell people that I have one of those quickest, fastest, easiest way possible, but not for quick fixes. Not for people who are just looking for, hey, just let me get the weight off and I don't really want to care about anything else. I just want to go back. I want to lose the weight and go back to my habits, the way that I got and what put me there in the first place. I want to still live that lifestyle, right? But I want to do it without the weight. Well, that's a pipe dream. So if you want to keep dreaming, go do it. Go for it and figure that out. But if you've been struggling, if you're stuck, if you've been on that road, if you're still trying to lose weight, stop as soon as possible. Now, here's the thing. I have a case study going on right now, and actually it's the end of this week. The end of this week, it's gone. Next month, you're not even going to hear about it. But I'm looking for women over 40 who want to lose, who literally not want to lose it short term, who want to lose at least 20 pounds of fat. At least 20 pounds of fat. I'm going to teach you the quickest, the simplest, the fastest way to do it. But not only that, to keep it off. Now my question to you is, do you want to just keep struggling, losing weight and gaining weight, losing weight and gaining weight? Or do you want to keep it off? Do you want to stop losing weight forever? Can you imagine the feeling of that? I know, I talk to so many people. It saddens me to hear that people are still struggling 30, 40 years into their life and they're struggling with their weight. And I ask them, well, how long have you been struggling with that 30 pounds or 20 pounds? And then they go and tell me, well, pretty much my whole life, Mark. I've struggled since I was, a kid in college and I put some weight on. And then, I started a family and I was in pretty good shape. I could lose the weight fairly easily. And then life got in the way and I was raising a family and I stopped exercising. It was a lot harder and my life got really busy. And, I put everybody else's needs before my own. And, it's sometimes it's expensive to have a coach. I spend money on my kids, on their sports, on their education. We have bills to pay and houses and all those things. And what you're basically saying to yourself is, and maybe you've done this for years, is that you've put yourself last. But Mark, I'm not selfish. I don't want to put myself first. One of the most selfless things that you can do, one of the most selfless, hear me out on this. One of the most selfless things you can do, selfless, not selfish, selfless things you can do is take care of you. Because how well are you going to take care of your family's needs? Take care of your business, take care of your job, take care of maybe the people that are in your life, relationships that you're in. How good are you going to be able to take care of them when you're not taking care of you? You see, I think we got it backwards in this world. I think a lot of people think, oh, well, as long as I'm taking care of everybody else, should you still take care of your family and your kids? Absolutely. I'm a dad. I know. I got to take care of my kids and my wife and make sure, just support them in any way I can. Absolutely. You know how I do that? I take care of me. And you should want to take care of you. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Throw some fire emojis down below if this makes sense. If you know that you should be a very high top priority. You should be one of your most valuable investments you make. Not your kids, not your spouse, you, because guess what? You can give your best to them. That's what it's all about. If we can make that connection clear, guess what? A lot of these resolutions that die out on the 19th of January, that's when they die out, by the way. 19 days. 80% of people fail on their New Year's resolutions after 19 days. Why? Because they're chasing after the wrong thing. You shouldn't be chasing after the quick fixes. You should be chasing after a solution, investing in yourself, investing in a coach that can help you succeed. Anyway, happy day. Preach. Happy day to you. I got to go. I got to get ready. Listen, so what does a coach do? What does a mentor and a coach do? Well, guess what they do? What do? I invest in myself. I invest. Like, what do my coaching clients, what do my students get from me as a coach that's any different than maybe a personal trainer or just some random coach or some online program? Guess what? The thing that I'm preaching right now is the same thing that I'm pursuing right now. You see, I've made it a point to invest. How do I bring my best to my students? Not just my family, but my students, my coaching clients, the people that help put food on the table for me. I invest back in myself so that I can be a better coach, a better mentor. In the next 2 days, we're going to get deep in the next 2 days with some of the most incredible, successful fitness business entrepreneurs, online coaches in the planet, on the planet, in the world, whatever you want to call it. I get to spend the next 2 days literally online all day for the next 2 days with them, and we get to learn and grow and become better and improve. And guess what? So that we can stop being mediocre coaches. If you want to be a mediocre mom or dad in your 40s or 50s, this message is not for you. Maybe you don't like it. You could just keep scrolling and maybe unfollow me altogether. But listen, if you are not the kind of person who wants to live a mediocre life, I don't want to be a mediocre coach. I don't even want to live a mediocre life. The only way to do that is to step up. Step up. Step up if you're going to either do one of two things. And my coach has said this pretty clearly. My business, you're going to either level up in 2021, or you're going to just simply level off. And I'll tell you what, I'm not leveling off anytime soon, and I hope you don't either. Take care. God bless. Have an amazing Thursday. We'll see you soon.